Very good morning, children. So, I'm making this video just to give you some guidelines concerning tomorrow's exam. First thing is, this time you are going to have both conceptual based chapter and calculation oriented. Okay, so equally they have been shared. And the other thing is, all the requirements are already in hand with you, and don't dig too much into textbooks. Just follow the instructions which I am giving and follow only CW and HW to cover major part. Hope you are understanding, children. Don't go too much practice, okay, other than the things which are necessary. So for that I would like to give you some instructions on this. From the chapter 2, as you know, you are going to have the exercise 2.4 to 2.6. Okay. In 2.4, as you know, the major share is given to age related problems. Okay. So, two persons will be taken, their ages will be in some relationship. We have to make certain relationship with that given information. Okay, for that you just make use of CW and HW and practice the exercise problems. That will be enough. And the other thing is, next in 2.5 we have the concept of reducing equations. That means solving linear equations, reducing equations. So simply they'll give the relations like x minus 2, x by 2 minus 1 by 5 is equal to x by 3 plus 1 by 4. Hence we have to find the value of x. This type of questions. For this, what you will do? You will bring the like terms to one side so that x by 3 will come this side and minus 1 by 5 will go that side. While we are transposing, plus will become minus and minus will become plus. Multiplication will be division and the division will be multiplication. So, very easy chapter, children. And coming to 2.6, it is also the same, solving the equations. Again, solving the equations, and only some major portion is given to age related problems again. So here they will come up with ratio type age related problems. That means some of the ages of Raghu and Ram will be 3:7. So we have to extract the things like that. If you observe, for this chapter the major portion is covered by age related problems. If you observe in 2.4 and 2.6, the major portion or the share is given to ages. So please focus on age related problems more. Okay, this ends up the chapter 2, children. And coming to MCQ questions and the blanks, true or false, whatever which are there in the textbook, you please practice them thoroughly. And then I have been giving you so many points in CW itself, especially for chapter 3. Since the beginning of chapter 3, I gave points related to, for example, curves, initial curves, and next is classification of polygons, and then regular and irregular polygons. So these are the areas which you have to read and understand for blanks and MCQs. And here I would like to make a point, children, that major percentage of questions will come from chapter 3 only. Okay, it doesn't mean that we will completely neglect chapter 2, but major share will be given to 3 being the new chapter and important chapter. And convex and concave polygons. Okay, based on these concepts I gave you number of points. You please follow them. And coming to convex and concave polygon, in chapter 3, 3.1 exercise, you have identification of concave and convex polygon. That means they will give figure and we have to find whether the given polygon is concave and or convex polygon. For that thing also I gave some explanation using videos. You please check them. And coming to next exercises or the things which we have to keep in mind, they will give some quadrilateral type, and they will ask us to find the measure of x, for example, okay, measure of x by giving a quadrilateral figure. So you will use angle sum property of a quadrilateral and you will find the value of x. And the next, coming to 3.3 exercise of chapter 3, major share is given to parallelogram again. Okay, so parallelogram, you have to read and keep in mind the properties of parallelogram pointing to angles. That means adjacent angles make the sum as 180 degrees, opposite angles are equal, and similarly sides. Then diagonals. Just keep the properties or the characteristics of these angle, sides and diagonals of the parallelogram. Okay, so that based on this they will give a figure which you have been learning. They will give one angle here and will ask us to find the rest of the angles. So you will use the properties of parallelogram and accordingly will find the angles. Okay, and then the share is given to trapezium. Please read the properties of trapezium so that it will be easy for us to answer this type of questions. And then coming to 3.4, which is the last exercise of chapter 3, it is major, it discusses major things about properties of all types of parallelograms, like quadrants like square, kite, rectangle, rhombus and all. If you observe, true or false will be there. All parallelograms are rectangles, all rectangles are parallelograms, so rhombus. For this, my sincere suggestion is that in page number 56, that means the last page of our textbook contains a table, okay, with properties of the parallelograms and the rhombus and the types of quadrilaters. This table is even written in CW also. So check the table which covers the major portion of the properties of all types of quadrilaters, which helps us to write MCQs, some blanks and true or false and so on. So don't neglect any portion or any concept of the textbook, children. Please follow. Textbook means exercise questions. So CW and HW are going to be of great help to you to answer the question paper, and don't take too much burden. Have some peace of mind and first read all the concepts which we have discussed, starting from curves to the last rectangle or the rhombus. Then you start practicing each and individual question. Usually identifying these concepts only is quite hard. Answering the questions is very much easy for chapter 3. And here don't neglect ages problems. And if you have any doubts, you just ping me to my number. As you already have my number, please make use of it. And I wish you all the best, children. And write the exam very slowly. The reason is most of the children will, once they submit the answer to me, and will continuously ping me asking for the marks because I wrote nicely and all. But I saw so many people after correction they got very less marks in PA1. So don't repeat such things, children. If you are quite confident with the answer and done with the answer, please recheck it again and again once the answer is completely correct. Hope you understood. Start your practice. I wish you all the best. Thank you.